Ciao a tutti, Marco Cirone, Black Boxer from Italy. Let's talk in this video about DSLRs and mirrorless cameras. So in this video we'll talk about the difference that exists between DSLR cameras and mirrorless cameras, because technically they are two different types of technologies, but in terms of use they are quite similar. DSLRs and mirrorless cameras both show the scene through the camera lens as you compose the picture, but the way they display it is completely different. A long time ago, the only way to see through the camera was to use a mirror in the body of the camera to reflect and allow to view the scene in the viewfinder. So the mirror raised when taking a photo, so that the image could then move to the back of the camera where the film was exposed. Now, the only distinction between older SLRs, which means a single lens reflex, and today's DSLRs, digital single lens reflex, is that modern DSLRs have a digital sensor instead of film. Mirrorless cameras take instead a different approach. They use the live view captured by the camera sensor itself to create an electronic viewfinder image. And by doing this, there's no need for a mirror and an optical viewfinder. Now, I would suggest you to check this popular website, because here you can read how cameras from all major manufacturers perform and rank, so that you can have an idea of which ones are really the best, but presumably also the most expensive ones in the moment you want to start working as a filmmaker or just improve your filmmaker skills. This website can be also useful if you want to have a panoramic view over the multitude of cameras available on the market right now, and that can be of course different in 6 months from now. But why do professionals prefer DSLRs or mirrorless cameras? Well, because of the quality of the sensor, the quality of the lenses that can be used, because of their excellent image quality and flexibility. And what do I mean by flexibility? For example, the ability you have to change lenses that makes possible to create different type of footage, different perspectives in a very simple way. Obviously, as long as you have more lenses from which to choose. However, even in this category, there are cons and not just pros. One of the biggest limits is that these amazing machines are not born to make videos, and also the recording limit per single video must not exceed 30 minutes. Did you notice that I said must not exceed? And well, the reason is this one. DSLRs and mirrorless cameras, being classified as cameras and not camcorders, pay less duties when they enter, for example, in the European Union. But the customs code requires that to be classified as primarily photo-taking devices, they cannot record for more than 30 minutes each clip. And this is the reason why you can't record more than 30 minutes until today. Another problem you might experience when using DSLRs or mirrorless is that they easily go in overheating, especially when they record at 4K. And here we come to resolutions. You don't necessarily need a high-end camera, of course, but if you're thinking about, for example, selling your videos, well, you will then need a camera that can record in high definition, although 4K would be a better option, as it still will allow people interested in buying your clips to scale down the footage into smaller resolution if they want to. Also, the 4K resolution is becoming more popular day after day, and as the world is changing fast, consumers now expect high quality of image, and you definitely want to meet these expectations. Anyway, at the beginning, even basic DSLRs should be more than enough to capture good quality clips, as long as there's enough light around in the scene so that you don't end up with grainy footage. All the DSLRs comes now with the ability to record 1080p video, so I'm talking about HD video. So you don't need to spend lots of money to get started as a videographer. But again, as mentioned before, 4K resolution is quickly becoming the new standard. So if possible, if you can, if it is in your budget, get a camera that can record in 4K. But be aware, the 4K resolution always asks for powerful computer in order to edit and export. Keep this in mind, okay? Because before start spending your money on e-commerce platforms, you absolutely have to understand that the purchase of a particular product might affect the whole workflow, and as a consequence also the other tools you use to work. What do I mean? For example, there's no need to buy a 4K resolution camera if you don't have a powerful computer that can process those huge files. When you start your adventure as a videographer, you will also need another tool, and this is important. You will also need a good tripod to capture stable footage, because you see, when you go back home and find out that the best video you've ever recorded is shaky, it can be very discouraging. It's a very bad feeling. So I strongly suggest you to consider a good, strong tripod. It will be one of your best friends in almost all occasions. And another tool that can really make the difference is the action camera. It can be a great investment because it is so much versatile. You can stick it anywhere and capture great footage. Also, it is small, it's so small that you can put it in a waterproof case, so you can get fantastic underwater footage, unusual perspectives. It can be really an amazing tool in your hands, but keep in mind that one of the limits of the action cameras is that they come with a sort of a wide-angle lens, which makes it very difficult to get different types of shots in terms of creativity. In the next video, we will try to understand if also a smartphone should be considered when starting your journey as a videographer. Thank you for watching. Marco Cirone, Black Boxer from Italy. See you in the next video.